Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the channel where it is an early start today from Atlanta. We have day 5 now of the 2022 Gumball 3000 from Toronto to Miami, where today we are going to be heading. We're setting off from here at Atlantic Station. We've got many of the Gumball cars all around us for a very, very long drive, the longest driving leg of the 2022 Supercar Rally. We're going to be going from here down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium in Tampa, Florida, and then across to the Guitar Hotel between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. That's 722 miles, about 11 hours if you go by maps. And I suspect with Gumball stops and the checkpoint along the way, it might take even longer. So we're going to be getting on the road in just a moment. My car is up this way. We'll get it loaded up with all of our stuff before we can set off. And then we'll get on the road quite early, as I said, ahead of most of the Gumballers, and hopefully catch a lot of them coming past us along the way. Let's do this. It seems we're not the first out of the grid. Team Oro Station with the 66 Mustang are making their way out. We've got all the cars parked around here, including the 177. Basically, most of the grid, probably more of the grid than we've ever seen at one point at any one time on this rally, other than at the start. But we need to get the luggage loaded into the car. That doesn't take too long because thankfully the Mustang is really quite practical and it's fairly quiet and calm at the moment. The DDE guys are parked just over that away, as is the McLaren Senna. And you know, when they come out, that's when the wild side of this is all going to begin. Let's get everything in the car and then set off in just a moment. Gumball is a bit of a challenge, and these guys are certainly showing how it's done. That has been a mission for them, and they are heading now actually to go and find a new gearbox. A new gearbox. Kapow Racing heading out as well. They need a new gearbox in the Mustang, so hopefully they're going to make it down. Nothing like a V10 in the morning. Hopefully they're going to make it to Miami. We've got a few days in Miami. This isn't actually the last leg of the rally. Yes, we're going Toronto to Miami, but Miami is going to involve a pretty exciting day tomorrow also. We'll get to that, we'll get to that. For now, see more woes on the rally, inflating tyres to make it. They're going over to a tyre shop in a second. I think we've got it fairly easy. All of our problems were before the rally. Anyway, let's see some of the cars roll out and then go join them. All right, the RS6 and the E63S are heading out, but we know those guys drive fast. So I'm not going to try and keep up because I quite like my license, and then we'll find somebody else to drive with out of here. Now, one of the funny things here are the donut marks, which I believe would have been Mr. Pog, the Pog Damery 812, causing chaos everywhere. We've got to watch out. There's literally a drone just here, which if I'm not too careful, I might drive into. I think we can go under it. I think we're good. And work out which way out of here we go. I don't know if we go straight or if we go left. Straight or left, 50, 50, 50, 50. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go with straight because the fences look like they're open. And we can crawl out past the painted cars and all of the good vibes. Cars look good in the morning sunshine, don't they? Beetle getting loaded up. I think it's all going well for those guys. As always, massive respect for driving the Gumball in that, and also massive respect for Team Skookum in the 812, who are doing a lot for the Gumball 3000 Foundation. Obviously raised the most, started at the front of the grid, bought some of the items from the auctions that we have along the way as well. Really, really, really cool. I should quickly point out that the Beetle guys were actually working on their car, so hopefully all is going well for them. We're about an hour into the drive, and safe to say it's not going awfully well. In fact, when we joined this traffic jam, it added about 45 minutes to the journey, and it is telling us to take this next exit to try and go around. So we're probably going to give that a go. Hopefully, I actually need to get myself over a few lanes, so let's make some progress trying this. Take the exit and see if it can get us around a little bit quicker. People up ahead in this have said, unfortunately, it's an E46 M3 that has burnt to the ground. I don't know at this moment in time if that is certainly the case, but this is part of Gumball. You know you've got a very long drive in front of you, and all of a sudden it becomes almost an hour longer, and that's not good for anybody. That's very demoralizing this early into the drive, but hopefully we can kind of get around somehow and make some more progress and find some other Gumballers. Just when I think we're going to be able to exit, there's actually a state trooper that's pulled someone over here, and you have to leave them a bit of space. You can't just pull in right alongside, so a little bit more of the traffic. Georgia State Police Patrol, right. Let's see how this is going to go, because that doesn't look friendly in the slightest. And with all the Gumball group chat and everything, people are all discussing it, because we have each other's live location, so we know how many people are stuck in this, not going anywhere. And I'm just going to hope that this works, but it could be that everybody does this and then this is an absolute disaster as well. At this stage, who knows? It's anybody's guess. This is where we feel very smug going over the top of the highway. Look right, complete gridlock. Oh, just down to there, so that's where it all ends. That's where the burnt out car is. Well, it hasn't been too bad. We are now back around, ready to rejoin. I have no idea if we're ahead of where we would have been or if we're behind, but that sounds good. And this is in normal. To be honest, the whole drive so far today, we've just had the car in regular automatic normal mode, which is where the GT500, to be honest, is a great cruiser. It's a really good cruiser. For a journey like this, it's comfortable, we've got all our luggage space. It thankfully gets a little bit more efficient fuel-wise if you turn it down a few notches, if you're not constantly doing burnouts and flat-out accelerations in a very heavy car. But we've got the open roads in front of us, and thankfully the tarmac in Georgia is nice and smooth compared to some of the northern states. I'm sure people here probably think it's bad, but it feels pretty smooth and good to me. So we shall pop on the cruise control, cruise on from here, and make our way to Tampa. There's a car pulled over there, but just after it, on the right side, are some blinking lights. So we have another pullover. Is that a Gumballer or is that something completely unrelated? I can't see right in a second. Two cops, just chilling, having a chat with a random guy with no car there. Like, was he walking down the highway? Or was he maybe from the car that was pulled over before? I don't know. I got no idea. Well, this truly is the day of police. There's another cop just here. I can't see if there's another car there at all, or if it's just, yeah, pulled over. Just somebody, who knows what they did wrong, but hey, it wasn't us, it wasn't a Gumballer. That's one of the funny things. You expect that the cops are just going to be pulling over Gumballers everywhere, but I'm not sure we've seen many compared to the number of cops pulling over random people. Oh well. It had been a while, but we have a Gumballer. Turbo S cab on the flyby. We have ourselves a pack of Gumballers. We've got Team Goldfinger, 812 Superfast. Then behind them, we've got the 812 GTS, the red one. That's cool. Then we've got the RS6. And finally behind that, we have the Rolls-Royce Dawn. Can't quite see that right now, but that's cool. A little pack, a little squad coming through. We've actually driven a fair bit with these guys. Good to see them again. Now feels a little bit cheeky because we're in a line of cars, but there is another cop just here somewhere, perhaps. No, that's just a car pulled over at the side of the road. That's definitely not a cop. Waze has let us down. That car was there, but the cop is not here, which means he's going to be lurking somewhere else slightly further up the road, which is both a blessing and a curse. Oh well, we'll just enjoy the drive. Not there for now. I don't think we've had enough of V12s coming blazing past us. Doesn't that car look amazing? Doesn't that car just look superb? The 812s, the two cars together, are just the best Gumball cars. That front mid Ferrari V12, stunning cars to look at, wonderful cars to drive, but also with decent luggage space and just comfortable. Exactly what you want on something like this. We've caught up with the SUV just in front as well. We now have 6 Gumball cars together. That's kind of cool. Worked out well. On the right there, we have a state trooper, who I guess is just chilling. We're all just chilling. It's kind of fun. There are so many out today. This is the day of police, and in the group chat, so many people are getting busted. So many people. And meow. 812 Superfast is off. Rolls-Royce Dawn is off as well, although the V12 in the Dawn is a little bit quieter than the V12 in the 812. Look at Waze. It's just constant. Cops everywhere. I don't know how many of those are actually going to be physically present, but there's a whole lot of them showing up on here. Obviously, with all of the Gumballers driving and everybody using Waze, it's a no-brainer that everybody adds all of the bits of traffic or broken down cars or cops or whatever you have along the way. But obviously for us, this is all a kind of like, if they're no longer there because they've moved on or because they pulled someone over, you just report them as not there. Waze is fantastic. Waze is like perfect for driving on a rally. Anybody who ever drives on a rally, use Waze. And nothing else. Don't even think about something else. There it is, sneakily under the bridge in the shadows, waiting for us. Oh, he had a laser or a radar or something. He was definitely pointing something in our direction. I mean, we were chilling at the speed limit anyways, but they're trying to catch everyone here today. They knew we were coming. The cops here were ready for Gumball. I mean, we must have passed more than 10 already. On the flyby, 488 Spider. We've got some Gumball cars. Team Can-Am with the 6x6. That is just hilarious when it goes by. The crazy Bentley Conti GT. Team 66. Do we have a cop over the brow? Waze thinks that we might. But no, I don't see one. Ah, in the middle, sneaky, sneaky. There he is, tucked, waiting. So many cops today. In some roadworks, and we have another cop. This is getting quite repetitive, isn't it? Just cop after cop after cop. And we cross the state border into Florida, the final state of the Gumball. We're here. Farewell, Georgia, and your extreme numbers of cops, although I suspect we're going to have much of the same in this direction as well. Let's see. This is the prisoner transport, bringing the Gumballers who have been arrested along the way from the Florida Department of Corrections. Some Gumballers are ready for the journey in slightly less comfort than they might otherwise be, but this way, we've got us some Gumball cars. We've got the Rolls-Royce Wraith, with their design that you have to look at, all the kind of jet fighter style labels and things all over it. We had a heads up from people on the road in front of us that this was going to be coming, that we would be experiencing some Florida weather, which is often what you get at this time of year, and unfortunately, it's now quickly turning against us, and presumably a little bit further forwards, we're going to be having some proper thunderstorms, which is not ideal in a GT500 with Sport Cup 2s that are now fairly worn, thanks to some fun during the Gumball. Well, there we go. That happened quickly. It's now fairly torrential out there, even though we've got mostly blue skies. Only in Florida. This is fun. At long last, way overdue, we are on the road with the other GT500. Been waiting for that one. Absolutely waiting for it. So this means we have to drop some gears for a moment. Goodness me, that's really loud. Really, really loud. And that's not the only Gumball car that's here, because coming flying by right now is the 488 Spider. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that woke things up a little bit. Awesome. That was really fun. As you can tell, this is the very much tortoise versus the hare, because by taking it easy, we're actually going to arrive there before the back of the pack. And that was what the plan was for today with all of the police. And it seems to be working. It is Florida. This has happened again, just from sunshine to pouring rain, on and off. It doesn't last for long, and it clears up very quickly. But for the time being, it is definitely a case of taking it steady. Well, this got absolutely insane very quickly. There is so much standing water on the ground here. Yeah, super steady, way under the speed limit. If you were on, like in the center, which are PORs, I'd be a bit anxious about this. I mean, I'm anxious about this in this. I'm in Florida, it does this, it just comes out of nowhere. I haven't seen rain like this in a while, and there are so many cars who have just said, nope, we're stopping, we're not getting involved in this. There were bikes parked under the last bridge we went under. It's just insane. It's insane. And Waze is reporting cops around here, but they're not going to be pulling a video over for speeding in this. If somebody is speeding in this, they need their head looking at, because this is, and yeah, this is totally ridiculous. This is a Challenger coming past. This is just what on earth? What? How? Florida, summer. Woo. We're less than a mile away, but this is quite funny. There are two cops right there in the lane to the left of me, and over our shoulder, there is another cop pulling out. So we're surrounded by 3 cop cars, and I'm the only Gumballer here. No pressure at all. let's not go doing burnouts or anything like that right now. Just make our way discreetly as you can be in a bright green GT500, into the parking lot ahead of us to go and be part of the checkpoint for today. The checkpoint right now is here at the Raymond James Stadium, which is home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There are some Gumball cars who have arrived a slightly different way to us. Maybe that's the exit route, because I have been led to believe that our entry is up here. But this is pretty cool to be right beside a massive stadium just here, arriving to what looks like an awaiting crowd up ahead, which is quite fun. Cool, I hope a lot of Gumballers make it here. I'm worried that quite a few people might give it their miss just because it's massively off route, but hey, we're here and this is cool. Look at this. Loads of people have turned up for it. In we roll carefully. All right, let's roll in. How you doing, guys?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. How's it going, Tampa? Yay! Sweet. How's everyone doing? All right, guys, who wants a t-shirt? Okay, causing a little bit of carnage here. Okay, that was a little bit crazy. But I think it was cool to stop because there were so many people here, and I imagine most Gumballers have just driven straight on in. So we had a few others coming past. We've got the GT2 RS and the Cullinan in front of us right now, and we're heading in towards the lunch stop, which is very much needed. So we will get inside, I think, very shortly. And yeah, carnage. I didn't realise, but we're actually going into the stadium to park on the turf. How absolutely insane is this? We are driving into the stadium. We're driving out onto the AstroTurf of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If anybody was stupid enough to do donuts in here, my word, that would be trouble. That would be big trouble. Look at this, we're in the middle. And they've got all the Gumball graphics and everything up on the screens as well. Given we're here, we have to learn a little bit about how to play American football, or at least how to throw an American football. And I must confess, I'm not the sportiest person in the world, but I'm sure there is a technique to it that I do not know at all. How do you do this?
Ring and pinky finger on the laces part, like that?
Yeah, ring and pinky on the laces.
Yeah.
Time to make a massive embarrassment of myself holding a bag. I'm gonna put that.
That's not too bad.
Hold it like this.
Hey, they look good though.
Straight over the top like an idiot. So I've now thrown an American football, even if I did it in a very bad way, here inside the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. I love that they've got all of the different stops and things going around on the signage around us, but this is our lunch stop. We're all really hungry. We're gonna go and get a bite to eat. As views go, this isn't so bad. From up on the pirate ship, quite literally, the Buccaneers pirate ship here inside the stadium, looking down at everything. The bus is over there, the Gumball supercars all around. We've just had a lovely lunch down here as well. This is unreal as a checkpoint. What a cool place to be. To put this into some perspective, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, 2020 and also in 2007. This stadium seats 66,000 people. Record attendance is even more than that. There is the pirate ship that we were just up on, standing on the field where they've written and sprayed the Gumball 3000 text and the logo in the center, surrounded by the supercars and everything else. Mind is blown. It's time to give this a go. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. You ready? Yeah! Field goal secured. Woo! I'm not doing too badly here. I feel like my shots are kind of accurate. I'm throwing it to the person I'm meaning to throw it to, even though I might not be the best thrower in the world. But I have now scored a field goal here in a Super Bowl stadium, and that is like the kind of thing you can only do on Gumball 3000. To have been up on the pirate ship, here at the stadium, I've said it before, Super Bowl stadium, Super Bowl winning stadium, with all the supercars, my mind is blown. This is just extraordinary. This is such a cool way for the penultimate day to go. It is time to head out. And firstly, I must apologize, it was 2002 and 2020 that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were victorious in the Super Bowl. Anyway, we are departing from the playing field with that view behind. This has just been the coolest of checkpoints. I mean, going to places like the Indy 500 and going to the Talladega Superspeedway, those are cool, but I'm lucky to go to a lot of motorsport venues. this was different, totally different. Anyway, let's make our way back out. Thank you to the team here for hosting our visit, because this was mega. This was one of the coolest checkpoints in a while for me. Really, really fun. And yeah, let's go and make our way onwards to continue this adventure. We're back on the road and immediately we have flashing blue lights, but I think again, it's nothing to do with Gumball. 2 cops, 2 state troopers, and a member of the public who must have done something wrong, but who knows what. We have not seen any Gumball car pulled over today. We've seen a whole bunch of cars pulled over, but none of them from Gumball. It's bizarre given a lot of Gumballers have been busted and had some big fines today. I've heard of fines of nearly $2,000 for whatever they've done. I don't know specifically. I know some Gumballers have been pulled over more than once, and I would imagine in total there have been a whole lot of fines across the board, but somehow we're avoiding and escaping from all of them. I mean, we're taking it fairly easily, but we're not even seeing them. We're not even seeing anything interesting happening. So yeah, we are escaping them quite well, I guess. Right behind us is the Ferrari, followed by the Dawn, and that's not it. There's also another Rolls Royce, the Cullinan, coming past as well. I guess we'll see those guys later. Maybe we'll see them pulled over at the side of the road somewhere. You never know. Definitely on a mission. And when I say Ferrari, by the way, if you haven't seen it, that Lamborghini Huracan Performante has no Lamborghini badges on it, and it has a whole lot of very Maranello-esque badges on it with prancing horses, which is kind of amusing. Anyway, let's see what happens further up the road, although hopefully they're all good to go. We're again in the rain, and the funny thing about the fact that it is raining right here is that over my shoulder is the Gumball 911 convertible with the roof down. And roof down with the rain is not a problem if you keep up the pace. If you keep driving quickly enough, you're not going to get too wet. But still, I would probably have chosen to pull over and put the roof up, because it wouldn't be much fun if you end up in a traffic jam or something. And G63 flyby, Team 51 are off. Well, there goes the Alpine. He may or may not have been going at a certain rate of speed. Just feel gone. That was quite funny. Like, yeah. Meow. And meow. And again, one more. Wait for it. This happened so fast. Cars just a bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And there we go. It's not done yet. It's not done. Oh, maybe that's just somebody following, I think, coming past now. Oh, that's just funny. That's just funny. Oh, wait. Keep going, keep going. Okay, the Camaro, and then we've got the Pink Urus, and we've got the RS6. Apparently this is a private closed road in Mexico. Yeah. First thing, now that it's raining again, we have basically a double rainbow going on, one of which is super strong. The second thing to point out is that the cops have pulled somebody over in the middle of the road. Oh no, they haven't. Yes, they have. What has happened there? They've literally just dumped their thing into the ditch in the middle of the lanes. How do you end up there? Oh, lightning. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but that's kind of funky. Rainbow. Oh, we can actually see both ends of it. You can see all the way around. That's cool. Not often you get weather that dramatically different from left to right. Grey, miserable, pouring with rain, thunderstorms, and bright blue sunshine on the other side. Why not? Corvette C8 just driven past us. Now, you might be wondering why we're driving really, really slowly at the moment. We've got 22 miles to empty, and it turns out there are no fuel stations, gas stations, on this drive across, so we're currently trying to work out what to do. We might have to be either going that way or off route or meeting with somebody. Oh, that was a big flash of lightning. It's not ideal. Not ideal. Let's work out how this is going to go and what we're going to do now. Just as it starts to rain again, our saviour arrives. There's a Rolls Royce here as well. Gumballers stick together, always. They have a spare tank. This is the power of social media and the Gumball group and having a WhatsApp chat with everyone in it. Worst case, there is one we can go to. It's just 45 minutes out of the way. Best case, we can just top up some gallons from this thing and we're good to go. Let's see. G-Wagon to the rescue. We've got 10 litres. This is about 2 gallons.
I think that'll do it.
2 gallons of 93.
Yeah.
I hope it will do it. You are so prepared. But does it go in there? That's the question. With the easy fuel system. Has it opened? Or is that blocked? I think that's blocked. We found the right thing. The funnel, that goes in there.
Awesome.
That is filling. So that's going to give us 10 litres. Rocco, you are a hero. You are the saviour of the day.
Yeah.
You've had a little splash of petrol.
The lightning and the alligators.
Yeah, the slight fact that it's dark and there might be alligators around here and there are trucks flying past us is moderately concerning. We could not have been more lucky that the car that has a spare jerry can is like 3 miles behind. You guys are legends.
You're welcome.
We've just made a mess of everything in the process. We're back on the move, and this is going to be a really gentle drive following the G63. We've got some pretty angry looking clouds now, and the weather is quickly turning nasty. So if I drive very, very, very gently, the numbers are in favour. We've got 1/4 of a tank now, up to 1/4 of a tank, and we've only got to go about 70 miles, which would be about 1/4 of a tank. So I think it's going to be a 60-mile cruise out from here. Oh no, not all the way across. Oh dear. Well, that was a mistake. That was a very big mistake, a very frustrating mistake, but I can't change it now. That's fun. We've been overtaken by the Gumball bus. I'm glad to have seen that on the road. Look, it's so bright at the back. The party boys in this horrible, horrible weather. I mean, this is raining proper cats and dogs with the occasional flash of lightning. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm glad we got out where we did, and I hope that Tesla hasn't run out of charge. That would be a disaster, even worse than ours. What's coming past us here? A G-Wagon. Not a Gumball G-Wagon, but a G-Wagon. Anyway, what I wanted to show quickly is that on the dashboard, you will see we now have 52 miles to empty currently. And here, set to the first gas station, we have 41 miles. So we are about 10 miles clear. That's good enough, but we would not have made it without the G-Wagon with the spare jerry can. So massive shout out to Team Hot Trash, to Rocco Escape, because in this weather, being stuck there would not have been fun. I'm not even sure how to comprehend what we would actually have done. But this is the spirit of the Gumball, people coming together, which is amazing, and I am truly grateful for their help and support to have made it possible that we can actually survive the journey, the last leg, in this weather of all things. Hopefully when we get to the grid it's not going to be like this, because the flashes of lightning, look at that. Mad, absolutely mad. These flashes of lightning, standing outside, as much as I would love to see some of you guys in Miami, not in this, thank you very much. Anyway, first step is going to be to actually get this with a full tank, and when that's done we can just relax a little bit, but until then everybody's going to keep on flying by and we're going to go super, super slowly. We have arrived at a service plaza, so all is going to be well. We can fill the jerry can back up, fill the car back up, and then get back on our way with much more of a sigh of relief than we had earlier. Where shall we go? I guess it doesn't really matter, but that is quite the relief of a situation to be here with some 93 premium. We're about to arrive, but have a look at this, the famous Guitar Hotel in Miami, and look at how it's got Gumball 3000 scrolling up the middle of it on the strings. That is so ridiculously cool, and I've heard there is quite the grid here. It's buzzing, and thankfully it's also not raining, which is a massive benefit. I'm quite excited right now. Look at this thing, the way it's lit up and the way it shoots a bright light up into the sky as well. Just everything about this place is surreal. I've been once before for an event there, but tonight we arrive as Gumball 3000 in Miami. It feels like we've arrived. It feels like we are in the right place. So the question is, where exactly is the grid? Look at that. There's literally somebody decided to build a hotel in the shape of a guitar. It's the Hard Rock Casino here. And, oh, the 177's up ahead of us. So we're definitely in the right place. And there's the bus. Okay, I feel better now. We're arriving. We're actually arriving. Let's roll on through. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people. Let's get ready for this. Let's get ready for the arrival. This feels like a party. That sounded cool. I've never heard that from this before.
I mean, this has been an awesome adventure. We nearly didn't make it. We were going to run out of fuel about 20 miles ago, thanks to the guys in front of us who saved us. So that was a lucky one. And then a cop around the corner, but we won't talk about that. But no, it's been an amazing rally. You guys are awesome. What an arrival here. Let's give it up. Come on.
That was absolute madness. Wow. I don't think everybody in here realizes how much their ears are going to hurt when DDE come through with the event stuff. I love you! Thank you! Well, that was fun. The last donuts in front of some police officers parked at the back who didn't seem to mind, so all is good. But the crowd here, wow, that was awesome. With the MC, just everything, just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The tires don't exactly have a whole lot of tread left. They're just about okay, probably for the last drive tomorrow, but then they're gonna need changing at the end of this rally. Before I can do anything else with this car, it's gonna need some new tires on it. Oh dear. Oh well, part and parcel of all of the fun. And I tell you what, with all the cars parked around us here, we've got all these rows of cars. I mean, these cars have driven up to this point, basically 2,000 miles or so. It's been quite the adventure, it's been quite the journey. It's hard to believe that things that feel like they happened weeks ago were actually only about 3 days ago. But we're here, we're in Miami, which is going to be the end stop, but it is not the end of the rally. Tomorrow, we're going to head to the most southerly point of the United States, down to Key West, and then we're going to Inter Miami. Yeah, the soccer team, the football team, as we would say. So I'm looking forward to that, because there should be some fun with that as well. For tonight, though, as you can probably tell, for the longest leg of the Gumball 3000 2022, it's been a long old day on the road. We've escaped from many police and thankfully not had any trouble, but we did nearly run out of fuel, and at the end it was a pretty close call, thanks to the G63 guys for saving me for things, yeah, that I might not have seen. Anyway, nothing went wrong, all is good. No police for us. Many of the others, probably a lot of the others, but not for us. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for joining this adventure on the Gumball 3000. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.